Hello, welcome to the Dancing Oracle with me, Najia. I'm going to do a celebrity reading, our most requested celebrity, Keanu Reeves. So I'm just going to cleanse my cards so that you know this is a psychic reading and I didn't preset the cards a certain way to tell the story about Keanu. Um, I want to do a reading on why he is so lovable. Now, I know that there is a ton of things out on the internet. Um, he rides the subway. Like, it's the same darn subway thing. And from what, decades ago? I mean, everyone's like, oh, I love him because he rides the subway. Does he really ride the subway? There's all kinds of stuff out there. Um, Reused things, and I used to work in that type of business. Some of the photographers I worked for, worked for like celebrity magazines, and it's all fake paparazzi stuff. So anything I see on there, I don't trust it. But he does have a beautiful aura, so I can tell that he is a sweetheart. But what is the quality that makes him so lovable? I would love to see from an energetic perspective in the cards. So while I shuffle and think about Keanu, I've done a couple soulmate readings on him, and I want to just tell some of the ladies what's been going on with his soulmate readings. I've been hearing from a lot of women who are chatting in these chat rooms with all kinds of different names. I can't remember all the names. I should have collected them. I started and I lost where I wrote them down. But there's all these different chat rooms, and a lot of women think they're his soulmate. They've been talking for a year and a half, or they're trying to, they say he's being obstructed by his partner, and that he needs money, or they need to buy the fan pass because that's like anywhere from 1,500 to 5,000 from his people that keep a wall between him and the outside world. This is crazy. And then one woman, she was getting death threats when she realized that this imposter was not Keanu, and she was not giving this person what they wanted anymore, and she was really scared and getting death threats. So I just want to warn you out there, ladies, please do not be gullible. If Keanu is your soulmate and he's communicating with you, he will fly to you. He's a wealthy man. He'll come over, he'll take you out for the most wonderful date. He's not going to keep you in a chat room for years, or a year or 2 years, and he's never going to ask you for money. So I've been getting a lot of emails. Please do not use my personal email. My personal email is for bookings only. Bookings only through my website. I have that in the description box. The only way you can get my email is in the description box. And yet I'm being inundated. I can't solve your problems. You have to call the FBI. Okay? You have to call the FBI. You have to call your local law enforcement. I am an artist and a psychic. And I can only warn you, and I can do readings about your most lovable celebrities to help you forget your troubles in these crazy times that we live in. All right. I'm going to focus on his energy. I could do all this ahead of time, but I've seen other readers get hell for it, saying they're cheating and they're lining the cards up. So guess what? You can just fast forward until I lay the cards down if you don't want to deal with this. Please don't complain about it, because I get complaints either way. At least you know I'm not cheating the cards. And I do need to tune in. It does take some time to tune in. So, okay, before I do the spread, I'm being called to pick out a couple cards in relation to the reading. Let's see what they are. Oh, okay. Well, one card I have for him. Maybe I won't do a traditional reading. Let's just see what Spirit says to do. One card I have for him is the King of Swords. Well, this is a little bit of a man of mystery because he's a bit cool on the exterior. He is also very disciplined. He's truthful. He's honest. He's got a lot of mental clarity. Keanu, he's very smart. He does many things for a living. Has many interests. I saw he's in a band. He's been doing that for decades. He's been a musician for a very long time. He has a love of motorcycles and started a motorcycle company and designed a motorcycle, and it's named after his daughter who passed at birth. He made a company in her honor, or he named the company in her honor, Arch. Her name was Archer, and I think the company's called Arch. He also, besides being an actor, he has graphic design books, comic type books. I'm not probably using the right word, Berserker. And he has a novel that he co-wrote with China Melville, I believe. And recently, he was a guest. He's a guest on multiple shows for Ancient Apocalypse. So he has a very agile mind, with the King of Swords. And there's something about Keanu that he's torn. His mind is torn between a couple of things. And he has a certain amount of blinders on, and he has to put his emotions behind him. He's not really allowing himself to feel from his heart about making a decision. He's just caught in his head, and he sees both ways to go in this, whatever he's dealing with right now. And thinking how that makes him lovable. I guess a lot of us feel like that. A lot of us feel like that. And we get torn. But one of the things about him is it shows him with the Six of Cups in reverse that he lives a lot in his past, and that he's very independent, and he's very forgiving. It shows him being very forgiving with this card, and he moves forward. He's actually moving forward. So I'm not sure what this is all about. Let's ask the cards. Let me tune in. But I'm called to do another card. Let's see what this is. Wow, the Hangman. So that's very similar to the Two of Swords in reverse. Being kind of just taking that pause and getting a new perspective. So he's a man that ponders his decision making. He will look at things from different angles. And the Hangman is also a spiritual card, because the person who's the Hangman is not just gaining a different perspective, like when an artist will work on the drawing for a really long time. And when they can't figure out what to do, it's feeling like I'm too close to this, I'm too like this. You were taught in school to turn the actual artwork upside down and see it that way, like really look at the composition and everything that way. So the hangman is similar to that, but with a very spiritual leaning. And there's a sense of seeking enlightenment. So it's not just to make a decision about your life. There is that surrender to go for the highest aspect of something, to go within your spiritual center and get that deeper insight. And he's the type of person, it's showing me his character, because we're asking about his character, that he's willing to make sacrifices and he is willing to change and release. You know, obviously he's got that agile mind and he's adaptable in certain situations, especially in his career. I got the King of Swords again. I wanted to reiterate that again. What else, Spirit, do you want me to say about the King of Swords? The King of Swords is very fair. The King of Swords has a lot of power to be fair with other people. The King of Swords is very clear in their wording, how they say something. You know, even though Keanu can be like boisterous sometimes, like a little kid when he speaks, if you listen to his words in the midst of, maybe I've seen him on some talk shows where it seems like he's surprised at the questions that he's asked. And you know, even though he's kind of ruffling around, he's kind of acting like a young guy, he has the wisdom of the King of Swords. And his answers are often very profound. He is quite a clear thinker. And the King of Swords is also in the upright position. The King of Swords is also very kind. So maybe I'll just do this reading a little differently and focus on how I feel. I'll just keep asking the question, why is Keanu so lovable? What is it about him? Got two cards. This one and this one. Wow, there's a lot of swords going on. I got that card, so this other card came up again. The two of swords came up again in relation to the Queen of Swords. So it wants to be talked about some more. Wow, so I guess it wants to talk a bit about his life, because obviously there's a duality going on right now. It's come up twice already in regards to speaking up about something, to speaking his truth, because the King of Swords came up twice, and now the Queen of Swords came up. So we've got his masculine side and his feminine side. Maybe this Two of Swords, because it's come up twice, it's come up with the King of Swords, it's come up with the Queen of Swords. Maybe this is Spirit's way of saying Keanu has a very balanced masculine and feminine within himself, especially within his intellect and his ability to say what he wants to say, to speak his truth, to express himself. I mean, he has a living, most of his living, you know, as an actor is about finding different ways of self-expression through stories, through going into that character, because even though he's not playing himself in these roles, he is tapping into aspects of his soul history, his entire soul history, through many lifetimes, and imagining what it would like to be this character. And playing out these roles must be very empowering. I would think that if you have a lot of emotion trapped inside of you, now that's often with the swords, it can be all that emotion is suppressed, and there's a very cool exterior, very calm, peaceful. He's calm and peaceful exterior, and that the way to express yourself, I mean, being an actor, being a musician, because he's making sound, he's expressing sound through his instrument, and especially being an actor, I would think that's very therapeutic. And that if you have a lot of emotion underneath and you're always trying to be calm with this sword energy and go and be smart, like be smart, you know, think with your head, and not to get, like if he had a lot of in this area, if he had a lot of clubs, I'm thinking, my God, wands, they're more like really passionate people, might, speak really loud and angrily. um if he had lots of pentacles, like money would be his top thing. If he had a lot of cups, he might be over emotional. But he's getting a lot of swords, so we're seeing that he's he's very independent. He has clear boundaries. When it's the Queen of Swords, his feminine side, because we all have masculine and feminine within both of us, right? Even if you look really feminine, you'll have a masculine side, and even if you're very, you know, uh, kind of macho and authoritarian and very, um, very manly, like my dad. My dad was very manly on the outside, but on the inside, oh my God, he's such a sweetie, nurturing soul. And he was such a great father. So Keanu is probably like that, with all this emotion suppressed underneath, and all these upright swords that deal with fairness and justice and having clear boundaries, because maybe you have to protect your emotions. You're keeping those emotions private, right? And there's a lot of direct communication. So he can speak up for himself very directly. He's good at that. So this is a Virgo card, which it's also Virgo Libra with the sword. And he is a Virgo. And so let me ask Spirit some more things about why do we truly love him and not paying attention to all the social media? What is truly in Keanu's energy that makes us love him? I'm feeling to turn these. Wow. So he's a hard worker. He is a really hard worker. And he probably, even though, I guess they say he's wealthy, but he probably doesn't get back as much as he puts into it, because the Seven of Pentacles is a card of like, wow, that was exhausting. That was so exhausting to grow all these pentacles. Boy, I don't know, is it worth it? So sometimes he may like really overdo it. And he's very persevering. He's very persevering. He's got um, a lot of diligence in his work. He's very committed. He's very, very committed. And the other thing about the Seven of Pentacles, I did mention it's a spiritual card. It's like a spiritual assessment. Um, and he's the kind of person that will invest in other people or invest. He will invest. So he's aware, like the Seven of Pentacles people, they will invest in another person to help them grow. So I believe, he has a lot of charities. So, and even his friendships are also, he would be that type of person to really care, work hard, put a lot in. And I don't always mean financially when you're investing in a friend, although that's probably the case with him, but invest like your power in someone else, like really giving of your energy, your it's not your energetic passion, but um the thing that helps you feel grounded, you offer to them. That's what that is. You would offer your groundedness, your stability to your friends, and you will invest in them to help them grow and prosper. He also got the Queen of Pentacles upright. And it's an earth card. Again, we're getting that. His female side, he's very nurturing, very practical. He provides for others financially because this is the mother, the queen mother. She's very kind. She's really good at money and distributing it where it needs to be. She is not a rash spender. She's not showy. She wouldn't be showy like the Queen of Wands will say. She's more practical and she's aware of the resources that she has and that she's not going to overdo the resources. So I would say that sounds like him because he doesn't seem extravagant in his living situation or having massive parties like some of the celebrities do that cost $1 million or something. In that world of Hollywood, that craziness that goes on that we've heard about. So I would say, he is a very grounded person that speaks the truth, cares about fairness. He weighs his decisions back and forth in relation to um, how he treats others and how he speaks. He will speak the truth. He will be calm. He's basically a calm person. He keeps his emotions under control, which I think his life that does demonstrate that. I've had a chance to look at, since I did his birthday reading, because we have the same birthday. I did that a couple months ago. And that's how I ended up doing celebrities lately, because everyone's requesting Keanu and Johnny Depp and other people. So anyway, so I want to pull an angel number to get more insight into angel oracle numbers, to get more insight into why we love Keanu. Why is he so lovable? Why is he so lovable? From not from the media. Why we don't, because there's a lot of fake stuff out there. Like, I mean, long before we had fake news, I was working decades and decades ago in fake news as a photo assistant and a stylist, a photo stylist. So long, long, long before social media. Uh, so I tend to take very little stock in that. That's what I got. Partnership. Hmm. Let me see what this says. Angel number two. Oh, this is angel number two. I pulled the Two of Swords twice. So partnership is very important to him in any aspect of his life. Let's just see. He cares about the other person. It says, your angel is encouraging you to embrace the beauty of partnership, as it has the power to bring peace and create unity between individuals, ideas, and concepts. Well, he does have a lot of partnerships going on. I mean, he has, you know, with the musicians, with his artist friend, girlfriend. Everyone has a different opinion what she is, and his motorcycle partnership business and stuff like that. And he has a lot going on in the world realm of partnerships. So, and we never hear anything hard, he's always peaceful, right? So he knows by approaching problems with an impartial, that sounds a lot like the sword energy, an empathetic perspective, you will be guided toward a more harmonious outcome. Well, he is very harmonious, right? So I think that's a big reason why we love him so much. And I like using this deck lately, the Archetypes Guidebook. I've been pulling cards. I don't know if I've ever done any for Keanu in this deck. I like the artwork. Can appreciate other people. I mean, I end up buying decks just because of the artwork. I really appreciate other artists' work. So let me know in the comments section what you think of this video. I'm still working on it, but since I'm cleansing the deck, I'll tell you some other things. If you feel like, especially if you request a video or something, or if this channel's helping you, if anything I've done to help you, I've saved some people thousands of dollars because they realized they were in the middle of a Keanu scam. I really appreciate donations to keep the channel going. But if you can't donate money or become a channel member, being a channel subscriber is free. Hitting the like button is free. Hitting the notification bell is free. And sharing the videos are free. All those things help me build my channel and help me reach 1,000 subscribers. And once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will see how much longer I will continue doing this channel, or if it will be a record of how I tune in psychically, so that if anybody wants to hire me for a reading, they have many examples of how I do readings. But as far as building content for all of you who love celebrity readings, please, please like, share, subscribe, become a member for a couple dollars a month, or send me a super thanks or whatever, Venmo, PayPal, it's all in my description box if you'd like to contribute. All right. I've got 2 cards in here for him. This one and this one. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what they say. Oh, wow. The stone. See the stone in a solid foundation? So when I look at this card without reading what it's about, I see someone extremely calm, holds a lot inside. And stones are really old. Like he's an old soul. He's an old soul. And he's very inclusive with the circle, number one. Everyone's equal that radiates out from him. He cares about a solid four-corner foundation. And the Trinity represents collaboration. Those are different partnerships. And the number was it LXVII? So that's 87. 87 in room 8 and 7 is 15, which is a 6. So 6 has a lot to do with personal responsibility and being responsible for others as well, caring for others. So it's telling me, without even reading the description, that that's what this card is about. And the other cards, the Sustainer. I have to take a look at this with my glasses. Give me a moment and be patient with me. I'm doing this for free. Please don't say nasty things if this is taking long. Just fast forward if you don't like something, all right? Okay, the Sustainer. Oh, so you can see someone molding something, building something and caring for it lovingly with cupped hands, with beautiful hands. And this is the number 24. That's another, right? That's another 6. So his number 6 is very important for his ability, why he's so lovable. 6s are people who care for other people. People who take someone to a place of safety, people who are generous with others. Um, they fulfill other people's cups. They give of their heart. And they help others feel victorious with the wands. They praise another person and help their self-esteem. So he's a number 6, and he's somebody that helps with their foundation and helps build. He's hardworking. He's an old soul. He's a builder sustainer. Let's see what the author says about these cards, if you'd like to hang in a little longer for this video. So the Sustainer one is number 29, 24, to see. And it says, the Sustainer, the second archetype in the trio of existence, works behind the scenes, tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm, and the mouths fed, sweetly fed. Oh, that sounds like him. I heard he's very generous, and that sounds like him. The Sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources. Ooh, I like that about him. To consider environmental impact. He's a Virgo, so he's going to be concerned with that. To see their role in divine cycle of life. Yeah, these are all Virgo qualities. It's common for the Sustainer to become overworked. We just said that about him, leading to resentment. Oh, well. Yeah, we seem like, remember the 7 of Pentacles I pulled and I said, oh, it's so much work. And he's like, oh, is it worth it? So much worth. So there might be a little bit of resentment, like, huh, right? Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the Sustainer really receives the credit or attention. So, I mean, he is an actor and gets a lot of attention, but I wonder if he gets the credit for how much he does behind the scenes. Because it seems like he keeps a lot under wraps from the tarot cards I pulled. The Sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all and needs our love. That's a beautiful meaning. And this does sound, he's building, he's sustaining, he's helping others. That does sound a lot like him. So these are his energetic qualities throughout this whole reading. And I hope you're enjoying it. And, if you're not, I'm sorry. I'm giving up a lot of my hiking time today. I'm delaying my big hike by making a video for, I had promised this video a while back, and I just hadn't had time, and now I'm finding some time today, a little bit of time to carve this out, you know? So please do not be rude. And please subscribe because I really want to get to 1,000. It's like my goal, and see if I can have the support to get to 1,000 and see if YouTube will support me after that a little bit, see what's involved. And then I'll decide if I want to keep the channel going with videos. I won't delete it, but will I make videos except 4 times a year like I was before? Okay. All right. The stone. As an archetypical object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Ooh, he's psychic. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. That does sound like him. Spirit was listening, pulling these cards. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. I talked about that yesterday when I made the video on developing your intuitive sight, and I talked about crystals, about the mineral kingdom, and people think that they're dead, but they're really alive. Crystals are alive. So go check out that video about how to see, how to see light, how to see prana and the light codes. So anyway, that's a good video, and it's what I really care about, people seeing. Anyway, because I'm trying to help people transform and uplift. But we'll just take a little time out with celebrities to forget our troubles for today. All right. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. I told you he's an old soul. That's why we love him. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side. So no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. Remember, I talked about all the king and queen of swords. He has that balanced emotional female nature. He's balanced, quiet, and still and peaceful. And also, he doesn't make decisions so quickly because he's trying to balance all that out and keep things peaceful. So when this card appears, it's likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. So maybe we all need and love that about him, because we need to see an example of someone who's so grounded. It helps us connect to our groundedness. Now, he is a celebrity that's known to be very grounded. The cards never lie. The cards never lie. The cards are telling us what a grounded person he is. And both cards, the sustainer too, that's a grounded card. That's not the creator or destroyer. The sustainer is the second of the archetypes of creation, sustaining, and destruction of the Godhead, right? So he is the sustainer, he is the stone, he is the grounded one, and he is the stone, right? So I think that's why it's saying that we love him so much, because he's this grounded person within a really unstable environment in Hollywood. Very, very, very unstable. So the stone is humble and easily unnoticed. The power of the stone balances the frenzy of the world. So he's this quiet sweetheart, supportive person in this crazy world of frenzy of celebrity. I mean, I've seen some of that world. It's crazy. I've been on red carpets and things like that with celebrities multiple times, doing work out in Hollywood and Pasadena, and I see that world. It's insane. And I'm just at little events, you know. I mean, over compared to what really goes on um, in a bigger way in Hollywood. So, yeah, I'd love to hear from you. It is amazing how grounded he is and persevering in that world. He has this longevity. He turned 60 this year. He is probably a bigger box office star now than he was when he was young, right? I mean, he was a big star then, but he's, you know, he has a whole catalog of wonderful movies, and he seemed to come to life more in his older years. So it just says how hardworking and sustainable he is, and we admire that. And so maybe we all want to connect to that side of him, you know, feel that by watching him and feel that within ourselves and have him be a wonderful example for all of us, because maybe by watching and adoring him, uh, we can develop those qualities within ourselves, that he will be a light for others, a light for you. So that's really the purpose of my channel, is how to be a light and how to develop yourself. But we have our diversion into celebrity, but I can't help but bring this up. The real the real messages of my channel. Okay, so thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you watch to the very end, I thank you more for watching to the very end, because sometimes spirit, it just takes a while for me. And I've been asked to either speak faster or I've been asked to speak slower. There's a lot of people from other countries struggling with English. And I hear from so many of you tuning in from all over the world. And I want to make sure that the captions on your end, that the translations that are on your TV settings or on your phone settings, if I speak slower, it's more likely that the translations are correct versus me speaking really fast and and the translations just fly right over them. So I can speak fast because I'm a Virgo and I can know how to speak really fast. I'm very mercurial, but I'm not going to do it on this channel. Sorry. And I have to tune in psychically, which involves different areas. And while I'm recording, I will speak fast to my phone clients, because a lot of them just book 30-minute readings and I got to get it all in 30 minutes. But they're all English speaking, and I'm not recording anything. I'm not having to show things and be aware of my audience. So that's very different. So take care. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm gonna have a beautiful day in the forest. Watch my forest recordings and see where I go on my nature walks. A lot of people find them very soothing. They're all under 1 minute in the shorts. Take care. Bye.